What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and we are going to talk about Beedrill in the Rainbow Cup of the Silpharina. You can see our Beedrill is going to be running Poison Jab, X-Scissor, and Sludge Bomb. I think it is a good combo. It does well in the meta, I feel like, so far with the testing. Obviously, right now it's going up a Lantern. Not a favorable matchup for it, but it can win depending on shield usage. You can see Sludge Bomb hits hard, and especially if people are going to be using a Azumarill, I think Beedrill is a good answer for that. Also does well against your grass types. You can see right now we're battling with our Mantine with Bubble against that Charizard. Puts us in a good situation, and then here comes his Beedrill out here. We hit Ice Beam, which we probably should have hit Aerial Ace there. You can see we hit Aerial Ace the next time, and would have been super effective, but he did block it. Beedrill does have to watch out for, of course. Mantine is going to be one it's got to watch out for, and then also Charizard. Probably a bigger deal because Beedrill can't hit it for super effective with X-Scissor, but Sludge Bomb does hit it very, very, very hard and can take Charizard out if it's not careful. So definitely watch out for that. Let's see, double Charizard there. Nice work. We did win that battle. And then we're going to go into the next one here. He automatically switches to his Meganian, and so we switch into our Beedrill. I think this is one matchup where Beedrill has a huge advantage. Don't need to block that. A Frenzy Plant does not do a whole lot to us since we are bug and poison type. We double resist, and so here we go. You can see we're not going to block. It's an Earthquake, and you can see, oh my goodness, look how much. I mean, it tanked that pretty good. So you can see it can tank one Earthquake, just so you know. And then we do hit a Sludge Bomb there to see if we can get some damage off. We do not. We also are weak to rock type moves. This one's running, I think his Mad Cargo is running Ember or something. It is a fire move. It's not Rock Throw. So here's our Play Rough against Quagsire. I think Quagsire is going to be something to look at in this cup for sure. Stone Edge there against our Azumarill. And we hit another Play Rough, and he doesn't block it, so he goes down to those. Mad Cargo comes out. We're hitting our Bubbles, which is going to be double super effective there. There's one problem with Mad Cargo. Also, it takes a long time to get to those dang charge moves. So we're going to hit Play Rough here, and that'll be the end of Mad Cargo. And we do win that match. In the next match, let's see, we're going to lead off with the Azumarill versus Lantern. Not a favorable matchup for us, and unfortunately we didn't bring our grass type, so we're going to have to switch out here. We're going to bring in Beedrill just so you can see how much he does switch out to Azumarill, which is not a good matchup at all, but we hit our Sludge Bomb. He blocks it. So my thought process is, okay, let's hit him for super effective damage here. He's going to hit Ice Beam. Should do quite a bit, so we did block that. And so we hit our Sludge Bomb thinking, okay, he's not going to double block, and he double blocks it. Dang it. But Poison Jab is hitting pretty hard there, and that's why I'm running Poison Jab on it. You can see it's taking down Azumarill already into the red, and we hit our Infestation, or not our Infestation, X-Scissor to get rid of the Azumarill a little bit faster. We do already have a charge move, and you can see we hit Sludge Bomb with a sliver of HP left. Look how much it did to Charizard. So that's why I feel like even though it has weaknesses, in the right shield situation, it can do a ton of damage to Charizard or some of the other. We'll see how it does against other fire types, but against Charizard, it actually does quite a bit with that Sludge Bomb. Changing the matchup quite a bit in my favor. So keep that in mind. Beedrill also very cheap to evolve and also to get a second charge move. And it only has 3 charge move options, so you're guaranteed if you get the wrong one on one of them, you can TM it and it's going to change into the correct charge move as long as you have that second one already unlocked. 10,000 Stardust, 25 candies to get that second charge move. Very, very, very cheap. Mine is actually, I evolved it from one I wild caught. So that helped out a lot. I had to charge, I spent like 8 candies to power it up to the right level or something like that. It was very cheap, not very expensive at all. So if you're looking to save some Stardust and get a good Pokemon for this cup, definitely Beedrill is something to look at. Going back into it, we see Azumarill versus Quagsire here. He brings out Meganium, which is going to be a problem for us, but we do hit an Ice Beam, which he blocks. So now we've got to switch out. We hit our Beedrill. You can see Poison Jab is doing quite a bit of damage there, and we're going to tank this Earthquake because we know Beedrill can tank an Earthquake with no problem. You can see X-Scissor. It's super effective, but it's not doing as much as your Sludge Bomb is going to do quite a bit, and it charges up very quickly. We do get a Sludge Bomb off here into the Quagsire. Not very effective, but we do some damage with the last little bit of health that we had. We do have shield advantage here, up 1 shield to 0. We're going to use that last shield because he did hit an Earthquake there. Quagsire is just so good, guys. Like, it can get to those Earthquakes, and if it's running Stone Edge or something like that, it can get to those so quickly with Mudshot. So be aware of that. And he runs his Beedrill, and you can see Charizard just taking out very quickly. This is going to be Sludge Bomb, which is going to do a ton. May not be enough in this situation. Oh, and we actually draw. So you can see that's how powerful Beedrill is. It can change that from a losing situation very quickly, turn it into something that you might be able to win with that Sludge Bomb. So here we go, Beedrill again versus Lantern. Thunderbolt's going to do quite a bit, and we're going to try to, we actually switch out into our Venusaur to save those charge moves for later. And we hit Sludge Bomb into Magcargo. It doesn't do a whole lot. Ooh. So we're in a very bad situation here. We're going to hit Frenzy Plant. It's going to do neutral damage to Magcargo. Like escargot. Anyways, so we're going to hit another Frenzy Plant. I think this will be enough to finish him off. Maybe. Just barely. So, and we're almost dead. So whatever comes out is going to kill us. Yep, there it goes. And it's Meganium. And so, let's see. Waiting out the clock, we send out Beedrill. We hit a X-Scissor. I keep wanting to call it Infestation, but we use his last shield. And then we do hit another one to quickly get some damage on Meganium. And we're going to block this Frenzy Plant so that we can take down. Oh, and he switches into Lantern, which is not going to play into our favor, but we do get some damage onto that. And since he's running Charge Beam, we actually can, I think we can survive. Oh, but it was Hydro Pump. So he had quite a bit of energy built up there for the one-shot KO there. So here we go, running Charizard versus Azumarill. He switches into Meganium, and so that means we're going to switch into Beedrill. I think Beedrill is better as a safe switch in. It doesn't have as many positive lead matchups. It does charge fairly quickly, so I think that's one thing to keep in mind. Here's another Frenzy Plant, not very effective against us. And we're going to hit this X-Scissor, do some damage, get rid of that one shield there, and we're taking it down. We're going to use our shield because we are very close to taking out this, and we'll have a bunch of... We didn't need to hit our X-Scissor there because he had a sliver of HP. We could have, one more fast move would have taken it out, but these are just practice matches. We're learning as we go, and we could have done some damage there to Charizard. But we bring in Azumarill with Bubble, and it is going to do quite a bit of damage there. And you can see, so he brings out his own Azumarill. We hit Play Rough here. Let's see if he shields. Does he have a shield? He does not. Or he does still have a shield. So we switch into Venusaur versus Azumarill. We can tank an Ice Beam here, so we do save that last shield. And we just charge, and there we go. We're going to get a double Frenzy Plant here. He blocks the first one, boom, right into another Frenzy Plant, and he goes down for the count. And we get off a little bit more damage into his Charizard before bringing out our Azumarill. And we're going to use our last shield there to... We didn't have to shield. It was a Dragon Claw, but we weren't sure what it was going to be. I'm sure he hit Dragon Claw to try to get our shield and maybe hit something else. So here we go. Azumarill, Charizard, lead. He's going to switch into Meganium again. And we're going to hit our Ice Beam. He's going to block that, and we're going to switch. And no, we're not. We're going to block this because it glitched. I love when it glitches. So Beedrill comes out now. We're trying to hit Ice Beam, switch into Beedrill, and then tank whatever he was going to throw at us, which would have been, in that case, it probably would have been would have been a Frenzy Plant, which we would have been able to tank very easily. You can see Earthquake just does a lot, but you're able to survive it if you have enough HP there. So Beedrill can tank one Earthquake. Just so you guys know, Frenzy Plant you don't need to block if you feel like that's all they've charged up to. So here's Venusaur versus Azumarill. Very positive matchup. We can tank one Ice Beam, so that is not an issue. I think Azumarill is something you're going to see a lot of, and this the Beedrill Venusaur lineup gives you a good options against Azumarill. Gives you 2 counters to Azumarill. Obviously both are weak to Charizard, so you have to bring something in there that is not weak to Charizard, like Azumarill. Hopefully you guys found this video enjoyable. If you like it, subscribe, blah blah blah, do your thing. You guys know what to do. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the Rainbow Cup so far, what you guys have found is working for you, and hopefully Beedrill is something that you can test out. It's cheap, and I think it's actually very good in the meta. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Like, subscribe. Until next time.